And that is now 4 in a row that I have won in fantasy football. That is 4 in a row. I had a 1-6 start, and now I am 5-6. And it looked like that season was very long gone. Like the only thing I was really hanging about was my 2022 championship, which I did get lucky. But now I am actually tied for a spot in the playoffs. Unbelievable. Now, before I even explain further, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. And hopefully, let's get this channel in the growing ways. All right, let's go into my games. First, it was the Rooftop Koreans and the Dirty Birds. I won 121.4 to 96.6. It was just an absolute obliteration. I had my highest score was Justin Herbert, and even DK Metcalf also did some work for me as well, along with Tony Pollard. And who I left on the bench, it was just Jordan Love, but it didn't really matter because I did win. And then for Dirty Birds, his greatest player was Brock Purdy of the 49ers and Christian McCaffrey. They were really his only players that were actually effective. And fortunately, he left Calvin Ridley. And had he played Calvin Ridley, he would have absolutely won. So fortunate that I got a little bit luck on my side. Next game, we've got the Jigbus with Attitude. He won once again. He is now 6-5. I think he has also been on a huge winning streak of at least 4 games. He won 125.9 to 91.8 against the GGEZ. He has now fallen to 4-6, just like I am, or 5-6, just like I am 5-6. Jigbus with Attitude, his greatest score was a wide receiver named Brandon. And then he had Gibbs, who did very well. And for GGEZ, it was really just Josh Allen who carried the team. But other than that, no one else really did anything except Rachaad White. And it's not like there was really much. Maybe he actually could have done some more if he put one of his Green Bay receivers in there against over Marquise Brown. So that could have been another 13 points. But that's really it. So actually, there's nothing he really could have done to win this game. So Jigbus with Attitude, watch out for him. He's a very dangerous team. Next, we got Bella Check Yourself against the Macaroni and Cheese. Macaroni and Cheese has really been falling apart, while Bella Check Yourself won by nearly 100 points, 172.5 to 84.3. And Bella Check Yourselves, his greatest score was Trevor Lawrence. Saquon Barkley, Keenan Allen scored above 25 points. And then for Macaroni and Cheese, he only had 3 players in double figures of Dak Prescott, DJ Moore, and Justin Tucker. But there was nothing else he could have done. Really, nothing else he could have done at all. What an humiliation. And then Cougar Advance, he had a very cheap win against Seattle Water Bottles, who has now fallen to 1-10. Cougar Advance is now 4-7. Cougar Advance, as he shall know, he has lost Joe Burrow for the rest of the season. Although he had Adam Thielen and David Montgomery, looks like his team is in absolute trouble because his only quarterback is Sam Howell. So he's going to have to make some adjustments if he does care enough. And Seattle Water Bottles, he had 3 players scoring 0 because he doesn't even check his team at all. So I'm not going to waste my time much on this one. Then we got Epic Sea Films, who absolutely destroyed Auto Draft. Auto Draft actually had the lead going to the Monday Night Football, but he had a couple players on Monday Night Football that actually did some stuff. It was DeAndre Swift and Devonta Smith who scored in each double figure, scoring 16 to 20 points. So that means Epic Sea Films is 5-6. He has the 5th seed, and Auto Draft is also 5-6, who is in the 6th seed. So unfortunately, I am not in the playoff spot quite yet. Then we got Fan Price, who has kind of been falling apart. He had a pretty good start, but then he lost once again, but this time it was to Chase These Nuts. Chase These Nuts with Justin Fields, Brian Robinson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown all scored in 20 points, along with Tank Dell, who has really carried CJ Stroud. And for FanPrice, what could have he had done? There's nothing else he really could have done, so he will fall to 7-4. While Chase These Nuts is really on a mission. He is now 10-1. Now let's get into the standings, shall we? In the first seed, we got Bella Check Yourself at 10-1. Then we got Chase These Nuts at 10-1. FanPrice at 7-4. Jigbus with Attitude in his fallen, who's gone all the way to the 4th seed. He is now at 6-5, and I want to see where his winning streak has really been, because he has just been nothing short of impressive in these past weeks. So let's take a look at, he has won 1, 2, 3. He has won 5 in a row after he had a 1-5 start, and he has not looked back since. So he has just been absolutely on a tear. Then we got Epic Sea Films at 5-6, Auto Draft at 5-6. Those are the 5 and 6 seeds. Then we got GGEZ and Rooftop Korean myself. We are all 4 of us hanging at 5-6. And then you got Dirty Birds, who has been falling apart. He is now 4-7. Macaroni and Cheese 4-7. Cougar Advance 4-7. And Seattle Water Bottles is on his way to being the worst team in the league. And I think mathematically he is going to be the worst team in the league. He's already been mathematically eliminated. But so it's still a very close race for the 5 and 6s. They are 1 game apart from each other, with others being tiebreakers. 4 of them tied. 3 of them, they are still in the running, 1 game back, but they're going to have to step up for next week. Now, for next week, who in the world am I going to play for week? I think it's going to be week 12. I'll be playing GGEZ at 5-6. Right now, I'm projected to win 117 to 110. Hopefully, those projections do hold up. And other notable matchups I should be aware of: Macaroni and Cheese at 4-7 against Seattle Water Bottles. He's probably going to win that game. Then we got Dirty Birds and Auto Draft. So there is a lot going to be at stake. Also, Epic Sea Films against Chase These Nuts, which I need him to beat the Epic Sea Films so I can get a chance for the playoffs. But of course, I got to take care of myself. Well, that is everything I've got to say. Hopefully, I win, go to 6-6, and hopefully grab a playoff spot, especially with everything hanging in the balance. Anyways, that is all. Thank you very much for watching. And if you did enjoy this recap, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. And thanks for watching.